So this is the Trakker SLX V3 2-man bivvy. It's a 10,000 hydrostatic head. It comes within a dome, heavy duty ground sheet, poles, pegs. The bivvy weight is around about 10.4 kilo. With the poles and pegs and ground sheet, it's another 3.2 kilo. The overwrap we've got is 10,000 hydrostatic head. It weighs around about 3.5 kilos. I paid around £400 for this, all in total, all three, bivvy, inner dome and overwrap. Personally, I don't think it's a two-man. I think it's more of a one-man plus, which suits me. The bivvy, the inner dome and the overwrap makes it like a triple skin. Up to you whether you put the overwrap on or not. Like I said, I use it for a winter bivvy, so I use it. I've owned this now 2.5 years. It's done 3 winters in it. Not had a problem at all. Not at all. I fished 2 of the big storms as well in it. Storm Kira being one of them. I fished at Stannick Lake for 4 days and 4 nights, and it stood up to everything, and it was nice and comfortable and warm. I use this purely for a winter bivvy, for all my winter sessions, 48 hours up to a week. Get plenty of stuff in here for the whole week, and it keeps me nice and warm and comfortable. Last year I fab sealed it around about springtime, before I put it away for the summer. I should do it again this year. It just helps keep it waterproof. So here's a view from the back. As you can see, there's the vent. When it's done up, the zip tucks nicely under here, so prevent water coming in. Around the side, from the front, you got the peak, 2 rod straps. There's a view for the window that's open. It's a mesh. I'll show you a photo later from the inside out. There's with it shut. That's what it looks like when it's shut. So this is with the overwrap on. As you can see, the rear vent matches the inside vent, and there it is. As you can see, it's covered. The zip's covered so it don't get water in. What you can do as well is, when you're pegging down, your bivvy's already pegged down, and your overwrap just clips over. You can peg it down if you want to for extra security if it's really, really windy. Here it is from the side. You got front windows, the same. They're mesh as well, the same as the bivvy. Just gives you a little bit extra. Here's the sort of extra little bit of storage it gives you. As you can see, I've got a bait bucket and my boots. I usually chuck my waders down there. And then this side you got the same. So it just gives you a little bit extra space. So another feature you can do, and this is on the bivvy and the overwrap, you can take the front 2 pegs out, and then you can peel it back and clip it back with a little snap buckle, stretchy snap buckle down there. You can do that on the bivvy as well. If you take the inner dome out, then it opens it right up as well, gives you a lot more space. Options up to you. So now what I'll do is I'll show you a video of the inside as you walk in. Here's the step. This is quite nice, this one, because it zips up from the bottom, from here and from here, but you can tuck it all down nice and low, and if you use a mat, you just tuck that under there, no trip hazard. Inside, as you can see, is a standard size Fox flatliner bed. I've pushed it towards the back. It's not touching quite at the back. At the back, I've still got room for my bivvy bag. That has all my spare clothes and bits and pieces in. Down there's all my rod bag, bivvy bag and other bits and pieces. Coats and stuff chucked down there, hoodie. At this end, there's my tech bag. There's all my food in the aqua boxes, which I will be reviewing later. And at the front, there's my kettle, stove, water, and that sort of stuff. And then going to this side, as you can see, I've got my tripod, bivvy organizer, and then underneath there's all my stuff under my bed. There's a rubbish bag. Remember, take your rubbish home. And then if I sit on my bed, if I sit on the edge of the bed, I'm about 5'9", and as you can see, legs sitting right on the edge of the bed, legs stretched out straight. They're still within the bivvy, probably half a foot to a foot inside the bivvy, so plenty of room. You could even put a chair this end if you wanted to. I don't really bother with a chair. I just use my bucket, as you probably just saw as I came in the bivvy. So there you go, there's a tour of the inside. The plus points: it's fairly quick and easy to set up. There's plenty of space inside. You can get it into smaller swims. It didn't break the bank. The vents on the Bivvy and the wrap are in the same place, so there's good airflow if needed. I use it in the winter. I don't need airflow. Loved it first time I used it and still do. I hope this lasts quite a while, because I don't really want to get rid of it. I'm happy with this as a winter bivvy. And the bad points, and some of these are just being really picky, but you know, I've got to be honest. They don't come with the PVC plastic window. You have to buy them separate. Anybody got one? I'd be interested. The bivvy poles are a little bit hard to tighten up. The screws are like round, and if your hands are cold, which in the winter they can be cold and wet, I find it a little bit difficult just to nip them up tight enough. It might just be me. I have smashed my wrists over the years and had them rebuilt, so they are a bit weaker. I just use a pair of pliers. Job done. The overwrap bag is a tad small for the overwrap to fit back in. You can stuff it in, but you can't do it back up. I'm not really that worried about it because it's usually wet anyway, because I fish in the winter, so it has to come out again to be dried. Also on the overwrap, the peg and points at the front are metal rings. On the back and sides, they're like little stretchy bungee cords. It would have been nice to have the option of metal rings as well, but the bungee cords, as you saw in the video, are easier because you just slip them over the pegs if you want to set up real quick. So once again, subscribe for a chance to win a freebie. This time, some ESP hooks, pack of hooks, and an ESP splicer needle. Thanks for watching.